This is week 2 of Halloween in 99 Nights in the Forest, and we got the potion making update. And in this video, I'll try and make every single potion out there in this game. So make sure to watch the whole video till the end if you want to see all those potions. So without wasting any further time, this is how my game started. My first step was to completely max out my campfire. Now, you don't really need to max out your campfire, but it's always preferable to max it out. Why? Well, it's because at the max level, the campfire runs out slowly. So it's really good if you max out your campfire, cause then I get a lot of time to do some other tasks. And since I'm playing solo, it was one of the best things I could have done. So it took me a total of 3 days to max out my campfire. And after that was done, it was time to move on to the step 2. And that was collecting a lot of flowers. To be exact, you need 50 flowers. Why, you may ask? Well, the really easy answer is that you need 10 flowers to get the seeds for the potion recipes for the new flowers that you gotta put in the potion. So you need those flowers, they're really important. And how do you get them? By going to the fairy and trading those flowers. So I collected those flowers while I was collecting my fuel. It became pretty easy. And if you're lacking on some flowers, here's a useful tip. If you go to the fairy, she will guaranteed give you 9 flowers that are planted outside her house. So if you have 41, just go collect it and 9 flowers and then boom. Now that you're done with the flowers collecting, let's go to the fairy and get those seeds. But you gotta go during the daytime cause the fairy goes away during night. So I went there during daytime. Now all I had to do was literally open the fairy shop and literally get all those seeds possible. And those seeds included drip leaf, moonflower seeds, stairweed seeds, cave vine seeds, and mandrake plant seeds. And it would cost me a total of 50 flowers. That's why I needed those 50 flowers, alright? Now when I bought those seeds, they literally showed me the direction to go to for each seed, where they have been planted and how will they look like. You kind of have a rough idea how will they look. And it was pretty easy. Since I'm done with my step 3, now it was time to proceed to step 4, and that was gonna be go back to the witch pot and start crafting those potions. But crafting ain't that easy. You gotta collect a lot more material than just flowers. So moving on to the very first potion recipe. For this, I needed 1 coal, 2 stairweeds, and 2 morsels. Now here's a really good tip if you're worried about the morsel being cooked or uncooked. Well, it doesn't really matter. What they're asking for is just a morsel. It can be cooked, it can be uncooked, it'll still go inside the potion recipe. So you're fine if you still cooked it. Now, coal and morsel are pretty easy to gather, but if you don't know, you can find coal in any of the fuel places. You can find coals easily in a mine shaft, and that's pretty easy. But where do you find stairweed? Well, it can be spread around the map. All you have to do is find the purple looking flowers, and once you go near them, you gotta have a torch on you, and you just gotta shine your torch on them. Once they open their eyes completely, you can collect them. You gotta collect them fast cause they'll close their eyes if you don't. Now, you've collected these stairweeds and you have the morsels, you have the coal. All you gotta do is put it inside the witch pot and boom, you'll have your potion pretty quick, and you'll have your candies as well. It gives you 6 to 3 candies, which is a lot insane. Instead of going to the trick or treat houses, it's pretty much easier to just make potions and get the candies. Now it was time for me to use the potion. Well, guess what? It gave me no hunger effect, which is super insane. And now it's time for me to craft the second potion. Now for the second potion, I needed a moonflower, a steak, and a morsel. Steak and morsel again are pretty easy. You can get morsel from bunnies and you can get steak from a wolf. If you go to wolf, you can get both steak and morsel from just one guy. Now, But where do you get the moonflower? Well, it's a pretty easy answer if you haven't watched any of my shorts. Well, I can explain it to you guys. Moonflower has an exception. You can only harvest this flower once it is nighttime. And don't worry, it's spread all around the map. It has a white glow, so it's quite easy to find. It glows in nighttime. And that should be it. Once you go during nighttime, you can grab the moonflower. Now, you have the moonflower, all you've got to do is take all those recipe materials and put them inside your veg pot, and boom, you have your second potion. But I did a mistake, so I don't want you guys to repeat it. If you guys still have a potion effect on you, don't really use your second potion, cause there's high chances that you might not get any effect from your second potion, and that's not too good, right? So for the third potion, I needed 1 bunny foot, 3 more shells, and 1 mandrake. Well, that's not too hard to collect, cause more shells are pretty easy, and you can get the bunny foot from a bunny. That's really self-explanatory. But where do you get the mandrake plant from? Well, that's pretty easy as well. As it says, you can get the mandrake plant from the trick-or-treat houses. So if you go near trick-or-treat houses, there's a high chance you can get a mandrake plant. So just go near one and there's a high chance you'll find one. Once you do get it, you just gotta submit all those 3 things, all those 5 things actually, inside your veg pot, and boom, you'll have your potion number 3. And when I use this potion, well, I got tricked. There's a chance you might get a treat, but literally I got inverted controls. It is quite annoying, but it lasts for a while, so I was just okay with it. Now moving on to potion recipe number 4. For this recipe, you need 1 berry, 1 drip leaf, and 2 mackerels. Well, they're pretty easy to get. You can get berry from the bushes, really easy to spot, purple in color. And drip leaf, it's also one of the most easiest things. You can get drip leaves from the ponds. Nearby ponds, you'll see some glowing flower that looks like a circular wet raindrop, and that's what a drip leaf is. And you can collect that. And now 2 mackerels are pretty easy as well. Well, you just need a fishing rod, and boom, inside the fishing pond, boom, boom, you get your mackerels pretty easy. If you don't know, just let me know in the comments. I'll try to help you out. Now, once you have all these items, all you gotta do is go in your veg pot and boom, put them all in. You'll have your potion number 4. Now when I use this potion, I got tricked. I literally got speed reduction, but it wasn't too much, so I was just fine with it. And now moving on to the last potion recipe you can find in the game. So there are a total of 5 potion recipes, and they keep on repeating, so there's no more extra potion recipe you will find out there. But if you know a secret one, let me know. For this recipe, you need 1 bunny foot, 3 more shells, and 1 cave vine. So bunny foot and more shells are pretty easy to find. I'm not gonna explain them again. And the only tough part is cave vine. Well, where do you find it? The easy answer is you can find cave vines in the area where you find a missing child. Inside those caves, you'll find cave vines. Cave vine flowers to be exact. Once you have all these items, all you gotta do is put them inside the veg pot and you'll have your potion number 5. From this potion, I got heal boost, and this was the best read ever. And with this, these 5 potions recipes are over. They just keep on repeating with various different effects. It might be a trick, it might be a treat. But if you did enjoy this video, let me know in the comments. And I'll see you guys in the next one.